So without wasting further time, I now request Mr. Lalit Saraswat to set the theme for this event. Mr. Lalit Saraswat, please.
Good afternoon, friends. See, I've been selling this idea of having this event, saying that you guys are full of huge amount of energy. So for the next speakers, you give a big round of applause. Now, the aim for this event is very, very simple. We've got startups over here, innovative startups, full of ideas, hopefully good products and solutions, maybe investable products and solutions. We've got corporates who've got donkey's years of experience in the areas that you're hoping to get in. Of course, they'll be having different perspectives and different things that work and don't work over their years of experience. So it's up to you to convince them to take your product, invest in you, or get a proof of concept at that place. I request the wonderful hotels here to give these startups a chance and opportunity to sell their product and service to you, apart from you mentoring them, giving them advice, and giving them access to your wonderful teams as well, and properties as well, to the extent possible, for the products that appeal to you. I have a big round of applause and thank you to the Honorable Minister, Mr. Rohan Khaunte, who's been supporting us every single time we've gone to him with a blank check. Mr. Khaunte. Also, Mr. Srinivas Dempo, who has been very active in the startup space, and he's also got his own co-working space. He has been supporting every single event of the startup ecosystem that we've had. We are looking at a wonderful day today. Let me not take more time and request Sir to come in. Thank you so much.
Honorable Minister for IT, my friend Mr. Rohan Khaunte, Mr. Parimal Abhishek, Managing Director of IDC, immediate past President and my friend Ralph D'Souza, Lalit and Sanjay. And all of you, very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, thanks for coming here. And on behalf of Goa Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I know Lalit has already welcomed you, but let me add to my own welcome. A very warm and special welcome to Mr. Rohan Khaunte, who has really been a guide to the Chamber on so many events and so many occasions. You know, whenever we've gone to him and requested him for something, he just gives a green signal and says, go ahead, I am with you, and really delivers. Honorable Minister and I have worked for more than 10 years now together on startup and also the IT policy. I remember when Mr. Parrikar was the Chief Minister, first time he just requested both of us one day to invite a few of our friends, and he had an initiative which, you know, we worked day and night. I remember one working till 12:30, 1 at night. We tried and completed a policy. Unfortunately, Mr. Parrikar did not, work for long after that. And now, under the guidance of our Honorable Chief Minister, Rohan has been kind enough to add me in the, various committees of the government, which on behalf of the chamber, I try and contribute on behalf of all of you. But as Lalit says, today is your day, and I'm very happy that 4 stakeholders have got together today. Of course, to start with, the government of Goa, we have Rohan and Parimal today. We have all of you who are the major stakeholder today in terms of making your presentations. And mind you, every presentation is very, very important. Whether you succeed today or you succeed tomorrow. One thing you have to remember, the world is tough, it's highly competitive, nothing gets done easy, and everybody has failures in life. It's very easy to see people on the front page of Economic Times. If you ask somebody like Vijay Shekhar Sharma of Paytm, and I don't know how many of you all know this story, he went to Alibaba and he went to Jack Ma, and he was with a PowerPoint presentation trying to present maybe 40 slides, and Jack Ma just said, cut the crap. In 10 minutes, please explain me what your story is. And in 12 minutes, he approved. He said, I'm going to invest in the project. So you may get people like that, but at the end of the day, the power of convincing is yours. And please never give up. You have to, if you firmly believe in your idea and your conviction, and I'm very glad that top hoteliers are here today, top people from the tourism industry are here today, probably who understand your business so well that they will be able to guide you in a much better fashion, in a much better way. So I think the whole idea of Lalit and his team, and I must congratulate him for doing this. I'm told this is the first session and we'll also cover other sectors. An Honorable Minister was just asking me today that who all are here. And I told him that whoever matters is here today. And to begin with, it's him who has found the time to do it. So without wasting much time, our theme this year for the next 2 years is sustainability and inclusivity. I think these are two words that you must also remember in your business plan. Today, everything boils down around sustainability. We are all struggling with climate changes. We are struggling with new regulations. Governments are getting stricter. Investors are giving less premium to companies who are not on the sustainability path and more premium to guys who are on the sustainability path. People feel that it's expensive, but yes, expensive in the long run, not necessarily is expensive. And you must remember that if you don't follow the path of sustainability, your business may close in one day. So we must remember that whatever you do has to have a sustainability angle to it and inclusivity. In India, access to all. And your technologies, which are going to be cost effective, cheap, efficient, will give access to our population. At the end of the day, India's strength today is its population. But we all have to get people to come and sit here in the auditorium and decide whether they want to take part. We have to get them, and it's up to all of us, the way you've taken the courage to come and make your presentations here. We need to have a larger group of people doing that. So once again, without wasting time, a big thank you to the Honorable Minister, and we assure you, sir, that on behalf of Chamber, we'll work very closely with you and your team to make sure that your vision of, I know Goa has been a little late compared to many other cities and many other states, but I think with you at the helm and with the Honorable Chief Minister's guidance, I think we can still do it. Goa has everything going for it, and if you give a little bit of push, which you are doing, we could make this as one of the most sought out destinations. Thank you once again, and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request our President to present a bouquet of flowers to the Honorable Minister.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now, let's hear from our Honorable Minister, Mr. Rohan.
A very good afternoon to all of you. My good friend, the guest of honor for today, the President of Goa Chamber and Chairman of Dempo Group of Companies, Baba Dempo. The Chairperson of Goa Chamber, Startups, Innovation and Growth, Shri Lalit Saraswat. Our own Director, Mr. Abhishek. Our good friend, past President of Goa Chamber, Mr. Ralph. We have the CEO of Startup from the Government of Goa, Mr. Prashant. All the captains of the industry, hospitality sector, tourism, IT, electronic media, press, ladies and gentlemen. कोकणी बोलो का इंग्लिश बोलो? अत्यंत पैदा अशा आहे पैदा म्हणतो. There are some, and maybe I'll mix a bit. It's always a pleasure and privilege to be here for this type of functions, which create more thought process and allow us to work together as we talk about Goa being the creative capital of the country. Baba has already put his thoughts, and actually, in fact, Baba is thanking us. I think I should take the opportunity on behalf of the government of Goa to thank Baba for the type of time and energy he gives back as a son of the soil, not only in his way of his domain as the chairman of Dempo Group of Companies, but trying to be in the ecosystem and trying to pull a lot of threads together which can allow us to create this system. 2017 आपण आम्ही सुरू केले startup policy, IT policy, आणि करता असताना it was never a thought that we in the government sat somewhere and did it. मनोहरभाई घेऊन, like what Baba said, I won't be repetitive, but there were a lot of thoughts which went into it, and I can always boast saying that the policy is one of the best in the country. How we utilize it, how we can take advantage of it to create our own space in this particular thing is important. industries look for innovation, and a collaboration of industries and innovation is something that is a win-win situation for both. Industries no longer look at expansion, but rather look at startups with a successful idea which reduce their business cost. And for us is to mentor these startups. My biggest challenge, as a government or as a Minister for Information Technology, Electronics and Communication, the biggest challenge I feel is we have talent, we have ideas, but to transit this into a business model is something we need to really mentor the startups. The person who comes with an excellent idea, but we do not sometimes know where he will connect. Neither does he know where he can connect. And that is why we started the whole thought process of two things. One is the mentorship programs. Second is the Goa Angel Network, which was powered along with the Mumbai Angel Network, which again Baba we requested to chair and take the lead, so that our people are able to pitch. माझ्याकडे idea आसा ती म्हाका बरी आसा का वायट आसा तें म्हाका खबर ना. But in the IT domain, where every part in the world is competing in this space, where will I be is a question to the startup. The success rates of startups are always low, but I always believe that startups are fighters. They are those fraternity of people who say, I will take any challenge that comes my way. Sarke? I thought Lalit said that we need high energy. Energy already looks low. See, it is that Josh in you which has to come out. And to ensure that Josh goes in the right way, we as a government are here to support you through the policies. As we come with various schemes which is to the startups, we have started encountering two parts, IT and non-IT. And there is a little confusion here also, ki IT just pays a non-IT same scheme. I think IT is a different domain, non-IT is a different domain. Till 2019, whatever we had stitched, we moved it, but I think there were some lapses in between when the word IT was removed. And after the word IT was removed, there were questions asked, ki amka maitlega, amka maitchana. And I don't blame the non-IT startups. Along with the Chief Minister, we said we will keep one startup policy, but schemes need to come out in different verticals. What is required in terms of a non-IT domain need not necessarily be required in the IT domain and vice versa. So, Taja Gadir, we have been sitting with EDC. Our director Abhishek has just come in and taken the charge, and we are looking to expedite this process along with Prashant to ensure that we are able to stitch schemes through EDC for the non-IT startups. And IT startups जे आसात तांकां already scheme चालू आसा. आमची फाटी एक meeting आशिल्ली, and when the agenda came in little late, the agenda came with IT, non-IT and so many things for a wish list, looking good. But from perception of creating a IT better करप खंयच जावचें ना. As I'm 100% sure, the way Goa is with its natural resources, the way we are and we talk about our quality of life, we are attracting the best talent in the state. Whether you call it in the form of digital nomads, whether you call them people who are in the non-IT or IT tech space, which are working in the creative angle, but we are there. And I can assure you with the work all of us are doing together, it is not only the government, industry, academia and all you stakeholders. I can assure you that the next 3 to 4 years, Goa will potentially be showcasing themselves as one of the top players as far as the startup destination is concerned, and for people to come here and be startups, which that culture in the island cannot put it. However, whatever ideas we need to mentor it. So mentorship programs have started, and something called as Founders Club. I don't know how many of you are a part of the Founders Club. That has been initiated. Asa tumhi koda Founders Club members be? Okay, couple of them, but I can see them going up. Prashant has to take it to the next level. Founders Club is basically getting all these startups together and wanting to discuss and see how we can take the best ideas ahead, how we can nurture the next level of startups. Success rates kashe wadovpache khubshe asa, and this Founders Club has just started. So various initiatives of the government will keep going to ensure that we are able to pick up on this ecosystem. We know that there are challenges ahead, but working along with the industry, working along with the academia and the stakeholders, I think we will definitely cross that horizon which we are today looking at. Zatle kai zawche na. I am 100% sure Zatle, Zala, and we will definitely position ourselves to be the creative capital. Baba spoke about missing the bus. I only beg to differ a little of my opinion. Industry 4.0 येतकर, the biggest challenge was transiting for those companies who have been legacy-wise in Bangalore and those areas, Hyderabad. आमकां खंयची adaptability घेवपाक नवें घेवपाक is easy. नवें घेता आसतना वस्त सदांच बरी पडटा आनी easy पडटा and we need to adapt to it. Adapting is the biggest problem. If I tell today a taxi app which we took out on an inclusive thought, सदांच एक गरज आशिल्ली गजाल चलताली की we will not get into taxi apps. कित्याक प्रायवेट येता कॉर्पोरेट येता आनी मागीर रोखडेंच तें सुरू जाता आमी करचे ना आमी 3 वरां काम करतले 4 वरां करचे ना दातले दोगूच जाण असतात बट देन द होल टॅक्सी थिंग गेट्स स्पॉइल्ड आनी मागीर ते ना तरेची नांवां येता आय एम गिविंग यू एग्जांपल सो वेन वी हॅड वन ऑफ द प्रायवेट एग्रिगेटर दे हॅड अ कन्सर्न सेइंग दॅट इट्स अ प्रायवेट कंपनी कोण तरी जोडटा आमच्या नुस्तार सो नाव गव्हर्मेंट इन्वेस्टेड इन द ॲप अँड सेड वी विल गिव यू द ॲप विच इज अ इन्क्लुसिव्ह ॲप तो ॲप आमचो सरकारी न्ही तुमचो तुम्ही चलयात रेव्हेन्यू तुम्ही काढात आणि त्या रेव्हेन्यूतल्यान तुम्ही स्किमी काढात लाईक फॉर एक्झाम्पल वी हॅव स्टार्टेड विथ 4 schemes फॉर देम a pension for the senior person who crosses 60 in case the owner of the car who is also maybe a driver expires then his wife gets a scheme of a widow ताज्या भुरग्यांक स्कॉलरशिप जाल्यार स्कॉलरशिप ना जाल्यार ताचे लग्नाचे कित्याक हे 4 स्किमी काढल्या एडॅप्टेबल टू चेंजेस बाय देम हे सगळे करून वी सेड वी विल ऑपरेट विथ डिरेक्टर ऑफ ट्रान्सपोर्ट नोटिफाईड रेट्स to give them that comfort zone, allowing them to get the rates and also allowing the tourist who comes to Goa to have that transparency and accountability of saying that whatever he is paying for a regulated fare. There are people who are coming on board. We are happy to know that a lot of people have started onboarding themselves on the taxi app. Now, ये app change करता असताना सुद्धा somebody wanting to come in, they still find technology कित्याक जाय काय? I think here the human mind needs to start changing with the thoughts thinking globally. आम्ही म्हणतात वोकल जाय थिंक ग्लोबल डू लोकल आणि बी वोकल म्हणून पण जेन्ना गरज येता ट्रान्झिशनाची तेन्ना दॅट टाइम ऑफ ट्रान्झिशन इज द बिगस्ट चॅलेंज नोबडी वॉन्ट्स टू चेंज इफ आय एम वेअरिंग अ व्हाईट शर्ट अँड अ ब्लॅक पॅन्ट इफ आय एम टोल्ड टू वेअर ऑरेंज शर्ट ऑर अ ग्रीन शर्ट ऑन अ डे म्हाका ते कन्विन्स करपाक 10 मिनटां जाय पडटा कित्याक ताणें ग्रीन शर्ट घालचो काय म्हणून एक्झाम्पल कित्याक दिता तुमकां दिस इज समथींग वीच एवरीथींग वॉट वी कम विथ टेक्नॉलॉजी needs a change of mindset. Mindset not only for the person who's going to use it, but also for the industry who's going to take it. Ekda the industry ji asta, they will not get that space to understand what you are actually trying to sell to them. And that is why I think this type of programs, which give a startup and a corporate bridge, which allows you all to start talking, there is a very high potential of someone like Goa Chamber to come in. Goa Chamber समज nasli, that whole pot of industries which are with them will never come to you, neither you will be able to talk to them. This bridge needs to be connected, very innovative. So I think I should congratulate Baba, Lalit and the whole team of Goa Chamber. Now thoughts we have to start thinking differently, we have to start thinking out of the box. Challenges will be there, but if we are confident and we are working for one theme of putting Goa in place, we are creating that, there are a lot of people in the hospitality sector. And when I'm talking about the hospitality sector, right from the smallest thing to the biggest issue, from a hotel industry, from front to the rear, there are so many apps that can find space. As Goa Electronics आमी जेन्ना आमी घाले भितर पहिले स्टार्टअप्साक आशिल्ले की Goa Electronics also participates in the same domain as what we are participating in. So we said if Goa Electronics is going to be the main domain for, as an umbrella to nurture startups and give them business. Then Goa Electronics should not participate, and तेन्नाच्यान we ensured that Goa Electronics will not participate. हे आमकां खबर नाशिल्लें. इंडस्ट्रीचे कोण कितें सांगलें आमकां कळ्ळें. We have ensured that those things get corrected and move in the right direction. आता Goa Electronics खूप जाणांक पडटा प्रश्न पडटा आमी डायरेक्ट आसूंक शकना आशिल्ले why do we need Goa Electronics? The whole idea is a startup is a case which we are very happy to make it go through and through 100%. But if the app is already taken by the government or any of these particular services are taken by the government and the startup suddenly finds himself getting out or for whatever reasons or finds a different opportunity, then not being pessimist, but we have to have a backup plan. The backup plan is Goa Electronics is the government umbrella which takes care to ensure the bridge of somebody moving out and somebody coming in shouldn't have a problem as we transit. हाज्या खातीर Goa Electronics दिल्लें आसा एक खुबशा लोकांच्या मनात आसा की गोवा इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स आयले जाल्यार आमी आसपाक जाय नाका आसपाक जाय खंय तुमकां आसा प्रॉब्लेम टॉक टू अस we will ensure that we have clear this. Silos are well defined and we are very clearly working towards this. But unless we get a communication both ways, it is difficult for us to put the pitch right. Kupsho Gazali आज panel discussion घेतले. There are some new words in the industry which I found. Startup speed dating. Startup speed dating म्हणजे काय first time ऐकलं. अभिषेक विचारला की ते dating म्हणजे शब्द काय. So he told me again the bridge and how you speed it up. That's how it is. So I think new words, new thoughts, new technologies. As we get adaptable into it, I wish you all the very success for today's event, which is going to have a couple of panel discussions, which will be having tourism industry also put their thoughts across. I would only want that every industry which is here today, especially from the hospitality sector, please allow the startups to give a chance. म्हणजे आम्ही किती केले as a labor and employment ministry in my last tenure, I spoke to Taj that time. And I spoke to a couple of other hotels and I said 25 ची batch करा and skilling चालू करा, give them an apprentice of 10,000 rupees. Start skilling Goan people. The challenge is skilling, reskilling, upskilling. We will say, industries will say talent ना. Talent असं ते companies म्हणटले आमच्याकडे दोन आम्ही खंयचे talent परवडटलो काय म्हणून. That ecosystem of job giving and job seeking, जो पर्यंत आम्ही ब्रिज करना आणि जो पर्यंत आम्ही skilling, reskilling, upskilling उलयना, ही भाषा आमच्याकडे तयार जावपाक जाय for Goa. One word for Goa is what I can do. What government has to do, will do. I will not go into those statements of the US presidential governments. What you do for what government does is one thing. What you do for the government, just enough. Let us work together on a collaborative process. Let us work together. We all dream of getting Goa into this startup space big time. But this dream can come through not only out of policy document, but by the work of you people, where we can, along with the industry, push you to ensure that you find success. Because your success is our success. And for us, we as facilitators are only here to facilitate your ideas. We are not in the journey of coming into your business. Baba has already been there, instrumental from 2014-15 when we started working on this, till now getting every thought process together. He's been helping a lot in the ecosystem. And अशा प्रकारचा thought process सुरू झाले, and we will definitely look for a win-win situation. आणि एकदा तुमका सगळ्यांना आजच्या दिवसाची उर्वरित परबी दिता आम्ही दोन उतर सोपयता.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And now we'll sign an MOU between the Department of IT, Startup Promotion Cell, Government of Goa, and the Goa Chamber of Commerce and Industry, requesting President of Goa Chamber, Mr. Srinivas Defo, and Mr. Pravimal Abhishek, Director of IT, to continue with the honors. Thank you, sirs. I now request Mr. Hari Saraswat, Chairperson of GCCI Startup Innovation and Growth Task Force, to present the mementos to our guests. First to the Honorable Mr. Srinivas Conti. Srinivas Defo. Pravimal Abhishek. Raj D'Souza. Thank you, Mr. Lalit. And now I request our past president, Mr. Ralph D'Souza, to kindly propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening, Honorable Minister for Tourism, IT, Printing and Stationery, Mr. Rohan Kaunde, President of the Chamber, Mr. Srinivas Tempo, Chairman of GCCI Startup Innovation and Growth Task Force, Mr. Lalit Saraswat, Mr. Parimal Abhishek, the Managing Director of Goa Industrial Development Corporation and of IT, Mr. Sanjay Munkar, our Director General of the Chamber, dear participants, members of the Chamber, young entrepreneurs, stalwarts of the hospitality